Hey folks, how you doing? Papa Joe here. Sitting down here by San Antonio. What is it? New Braunfels or Braunfels, however they say that. Sitting down here at the TA actually. Which I don't normally do TAs. Excuse me. Didn't sleep very good last night. Found myself up real early this morning. And time my 10 o'clock buzzer went off, which I don't really have a buzzer, don't get me wrong. I was ready to ride. I already fueled up, did the pre-trip, weighed the wagon, slid the axles. Time that 10 o'clock clicked, I went on duty long enough to pass by the powers to be, and I got to trucking. Got heartburn today too. Drove way off down into Texas. Almost made it to my delivery, and my 30-minute break came due. Stopped and ate a bite. Actually, you remember that fried rice I told you about that me and Mama made? That's what I had for lunch today. I got on down less than an hour. Made it down there and helped them kick the load off. One of the few places that we did not have to tailgate, but they tailgated it. I jumped up in there and helped the young man. I can't help it, you know. I know what it's like to be in there alone. Which blew him away, like, damn, most of the driver set up the truck. And I ain't built that way, can't do that. Well, made it down here. I've been really noticing the last couple, I've noticed for years. The last few days here, I've really noticed some stuff driving me crazy. Imagine that short trip, wasn't it? Yeah, I want to talk to some of you folks that's trying to drive a truck. You know, sometimes we're our own worst enemies. And I fall into that as well. All of us do. But sometimes there's some habits that you need to form to help yourself. I have complained for years about pulling out at truck stops or making turns, and you see that big old wallered out hole where drivers keep dropping their trailer tires into it. Why do y'all do that? That's crazy. I see rub marks on some of these U-turn stuff that we have here in Texas. Why do you do that? You know, if you would teach yourself to use what room is available, it would help a lot. I watch so many people struggle to back into a slot, even at these big old wide open truck stops like this TA. Because they're trying to do it all on such a short ratio. Use what room is available to you. It don't make you less a truck driver. It actually makes you a smarter truck driver. I was picking up at a place, a scrap yard, picking up scrap paper. And you axle in on their scale right there. Then you have to do a U-turn and back into the docks here. So when you're in the docks, you're sitting looking right at their scale. Then when you get loaded, you gotta go toward that scale, turn left, go out to the street. It's a dead-end street. You're on the dirt nonsense at their place. Now you can make a left onto the blacktop, straighten up, back up, and make a left and come back in to get your loaded weight. And I sat there and watched 3 different drivers. It just blew me away. And no, I didn't jump out and go teaching them and lecturing them. And, I don't do that. That's not wanted. It's not welcome. I don't do it. And it's a good way to get punched in the nose. And I don't want this pretty face messed up with a busted nose. They would come off that scale and they would automatically cut it as tight as they could. And one of them, I watched him just all but put his bearing into his trailer. And there's a wallered out big old dip there at the end of the scale where so many of them do this. It just blows me away. He could have pulled another 10 foot out. And then he could have followed the ratio of all that stacked scrap paper, made a big old turn, come across the front of my truck, and went out there. Wouldn't have been spinning them tires in that zero. That's not good on your tires. It's not good on your truck. It ain't good on nothing. Absolutely nothing. So he could have took a lot more room. Gets out there to in that street where you have to do the U-turn. And he does a U-turn. He don't, excuse me, boy, this heartburn, indigestion, tear me up. He doesn't, too much more of this, I'll quit the video. He doesn't back up and then make a left to come back in. Or nothing else. He pulled out there and he didn't even go as far right as he could. He just cranked on that thing and did a U-turn back into the place. And I watched 3 different ones do damn near the identical thing. And I'm sitting there shaking my head. I'm like, use what room is available. When I was a trainer, that was one of the first rules I taught them on backing up or any of that stuff. Use what room is available. There is no rule in the truck driver's union book that says that you have to do this stuff as tight as you can. Spin them trailer tires, tear up the parking lot that you're on, and ruin your tires. And that's all you're doing when you do that stuff. Now, we all know that there are those circumstances where you're forced to do that. But if you're not being forced, don't do it. That's simple, just don't do it. I have watched them pulling out at truck stops or wherever, streets, whatever. And if they would have waited 30 seconds, whatever, and let a vehicle complete a turn or whatever needed to be done, instead of turning real sharp right, you could have did a J-hook, went to the left a little bit, made a right, and made that a lot wider, and you wouldn't be dropping your trailer tires, your tandems, down into that 3-foot hole. That, it ain't good for it either. You're not driving a car, and so many act like they are. Drive me crazy out here on the interstate when you watch a big truck just whip it over. Like, damn, what are you doing? And I've had them do it right in front of me. Oh, I can clear it. Wham! You're not driving a car. You don't turn it like a car. You're driving a truck. Drive it like a truck. My kids used to tease me growing up because a lot of times in my four-wheeler, I'm still making wide turns. And they're asking me, Pop, did the trailer clear? I said, yeah, it did. They used to tease me all the time about that stuff. But that's what you got to do. You have yourself in the habit of using all of the room available. Don't shortcut it. There's no need to shortcut it. Slow your butt down and wait an extra minute or two and make a wide swing. Don't tear your equipment up. And I know there's those out there saying, yeah, but I'm in a hurry, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? If you blow a tire doing that nonsense back there, you blow an airbag, and you're sitting on the side of the road waiting on service, now how big a hurry are you in? Now how much time did you save? If it's a bad enough hole and you pull them trailer tandems out of alignment, now you're going down the road with your trailer out of alignment. Got that dog leg going on. Those are fun trailers to pull. Been there, done it. My whole thing is you need to slow down a little bit, think about your situation, and use all of the room that is provided for you or that you have to take. I've been known to take the room. I mean, look how, when you're driving into cities on them little streets, how many times have you had to take the room and make them back up? Make those stop over there. How many times have you literally had to go into that left lane to make that right-hand turn? You can see it when you're pulling up and you got your trailer over here, and as soon as you can, you start taking both lanes. Sometimes 3 lanes, just so that you can make that turn. It's a hell of a lot easier than sitting there with that policeman asking why you're taking out that stoplight with your trailer. You know? Just think about it, folks. Slow down, use what room that you can. Hey, remember, God loves you and so do I. I'm hoping some of you are learning from these videos. Some of you damn sure need to. Have a blessed day.